Hey, my email is weldonr112@gmail.com. Once again, my email is weldonr112@gmail.com. Hey, real talk, talk is real. Relationships bring on change, either for the best or for the worst in us. But you want a relationship that's going to bring the best out of you. You want somebody that's going to inspire you, and encourage you, and push you to be the best you that you can be. You don't want somebody in your life that's going to destroy you with verbal abuse, physical abuse, or mental abuse. You want somebody that can, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody that can help you be the best you that you can be. Because birds of a feather flock together. A dog can't have two masters. You want somebody in your life that wants the best for you and gonna tell you when something is right or wrong. And if you're in a relationship, it's gonna bring on change. You cannot come in a relationship with that attitude. This is how you met me. This is how I'm gonna be. I ain't gonna change nothing. You don't want a relationship then. You already got one with yourself. You cannot bring on the old you into a new relationship with somebody else. You're gonna have to do the necessary things in your life to make yourself better for that person. You can't be saying, "Well, I'm gonna keep going to the club. You met me in the club. I ain't gonna stop going because you know that's how I am." Really? So you're gonna choose the club over your relationship? Why don't you just date the club then? Because if you meet a man or you meet a woman and yeah, they met you in the club, but they changed their life around and now be like, I don't want to go to do that anymore. I'm past that. And you still with that, that means you are not in a relationship with that person. That means you selfish. That means you are not willing to change. How you gonna do that with somebody? You gonna choose the club over your man or your woman? Really? That's crazy. If you with that person, you with that person for the good, the bad, the ugly, and the ups and the downs, or whatever. And you got to be willing to sacrifice some things that's poisonous to your relationship. For example, you gotta let some things go. I know you close to your family, but you can't have them in your relationship. That's real talk. Your mom and your dad got no business talking in your relationship with your man or your woman. That's between you and her. Y'all two grown. Y'all equals. Y'all partners. If you got a problem with something, you should be able to tell that person about it and not bring it to their parents or whatever. Now you got everybody in your relationship. Everybody got an opinion about what you shouldn't do and what you should do. It don't work like that. The problem with relationships, I think, is people want relationship, but they don't want to put nothing into it. They don't want to put no investment into it. But you want it's like going to the bank asking for $1 million, but you don't have $1 million in there. You can't get more than you put into it. If you have put stuff in, you're gonna get half what you got back out of it. From a odd equals a odd. That's old. That's old terminology. A zero from a zero is a zero. So you can't put zero into the relationship, and the other person putting 100% in the relationship, and you think you're gonna get greater than what you put into it, and you wonder why your relationships fail because you don't put nothing into nothing. You don't put yourself into it. You ain't gonna change nothing about yourself. You're gonna keep being the same old lousy person that you always been. But you want the reward though. A good relationship is very fulfilling, very rewarding, but you got to put the work into it. It's kind of like being a Christian, but you don't never go to church. You never read your Bible. You never say about you. That's impossible. That means you're not growing. And I'm sorry if nothing don't help you grow, then it's killing you. The opposite of life is death, and the opposite of death is life. So which one of you are you, a dead or are you alive? Remember this: relationship bring on change. Don't be like, well, you met me, I was stubborn. You met me, I was a loudmouth. You met me, I was cussing. That's how I'm gonna be. That's how you gonna treat your mate. That's how you gonna treat your woman or your man or your children. Really? You're not gonna grow. You're not going to grow at all. Real talk is real. You are not going to grow. Why is you trying to seek a relationship when you are not doing the necessary things for change? Change is good. Change to make you better. But we got this thing in us that we don't want to change. And that's killing us individually. That's killing our relationships. That's making people run from to the hills, from the hills, because they're sick of you and your foolishness. And I'm not a super Christian. It is impossible. For example, it is impossible to have a true relationship with God and you don't change nothing about yourself. It is impossible. It can't happen. It won't happen. Because when you come in contact with something, it's going to change you for the better or for the worse. It's going to make you a better person or a worse person. The stronger person will always run a weaker person. But it's okay. I know you thinking, I'm just gonna keep doing me. And you wonder why every relationship you had failed. It wasn't because it wasn't a good relationship. It wasn't because you met a good person. It was because of you and your foolishness and your foolery. Real talk is real. This is your boy, Chef Ramon Clayton Weldon. My email is weldon or 112 at gmail.com. Once again, my email is weldon or 112 at gmail.com. Be great, be good, and just know relationship bring on change.